Welcome, Wizards and Warriors, to a very spooky update. This October, you're in for a trick and a treat. Because you have 6 reworked cards and an insane 9 brand new spooky scary cards just for you. Starting off the bounces, Cemetery is now at 6 HP and the Fog Machine has gone down to 5. Next up, Thunderstorm. You now have to play it on a card for its effect to be working. It can be played on any card, so in this scenario I can play it on my troops or their troops, and it will always affect the opponent of whoever played it. So even if I play on their troops, it will still affect their troops. This change now means that it can be properly countered with cards like Tub, Spell Vaccine, Launch Magnet, or Factory Reset to remove the Thunderstorm off the board. This change also affects the card. If this card was to die before the Thunderstorm reaches the end, the Thunderstorm will also die, leading to more counterplay. Then Kill Pill. Now it will kill the card at the end of the next turn that you played it. In this scenario, I will play the Kill Pill onto my card, 1 HP, 20 damage. I will kill them. My opponent then gets their turn, and it will come back to my turn. At the end of this turn, the Kill Pill will kill whatever card is on. Next, the Elemental Fly Trap, gaining the ability that if you ever have to check if it lands an attack, you get to flip 1 less coin. In this scenario against the Fly Trap will only have to flip 1 coin when attacking it instead of the usual 2. This also goes through Compound F. Now, the Fog Machine only has 1 coin flip instead of 2, so when attacking the Fog Machine, you don't need to flip anything at all. The last change before I reveal the new cards is the Chameleon. Now, you'll have to play it, then wait 1 turn before choosing what HP, attack, and ability you're going to copy. In this scenario, if I was to play the Chameleon, I would get however many extra turns I have, and then it'd be my opponent's turn to respond. They could, for instance, kill the card that has the highest HP, so that my Chameleon would have less HP. Or they can attack the Chameleon with 6 damage. This would then mean, once I copy the HP of the Ice Witch, the 6 damage would then be calculated. You can take as much damage as possible in this phase, but as soon as you copy the HP, the damage that you took will immediately be taken away. If they play the Chameleon, you could, for instance, Puppet Master that Chameleon, and when it goes back to their turn, your opponent will be the one to decide what it copies. So they could purposely copy bad things to give you a worse Chameleon. Furthermore, if your Chameleon worked and you copied everything, and then at some point it gets Factory Reset, you would have to wait to the 1 turn and then copy things again. It puts it back to original stats, as if you just placed it. And now, for the 9 new cards coming in the NOG Halloween update. The first card is the Zombie Bite. You play on any card you wish, and for the next 2 turns, any damage they take will heal them, but any healing they take will damage them. Playing on Jetpack, any damage they take is going to heal them. That could be direct attacks from their opponent. That could be volcano damage, remote explosive, cactus damage, any poison damage, and any healing is going to damage them, like the Tub, Hand That Feeds, Island, Robo-Crow, Gamma's Dream. All the healing is going to damage them, all the damaging is going to heal them for 2 turns. After being expelled from Witch School for being too cool, Winnie the Witch joins the battle with her, I think it's a cat, 8 HP, 2 damage with a bibbidi-bobbidi boom. Anytime any spell is played, you add 1 damage to this card. That can be any spell that you play, Wishing Well, Grave Deal, any spell that they play, Poison Scope, Bees, Compound F, Puppet Master, any spell in the game that gets played by any player will add damage to this card. That means that she synergizes very well with the Cauldron, which lets you play more spells. Ready to take a bite out of you, Dracula joins the battle. 7 HP, 3 damage with Dracula's Bite. As ability, you heal half of the damage that you end up dealing. Of course, you attack, and at base damage you have 3 damage. So you're going to heal 1.5 every time you attack, and that scales. Anything that increases Shrink Potion, Kill Pill, Bloodshed, Champion Spirit, Fighting Spirit, increasing your damage, increases how much you're going to heal. That's only if you land a hit. If you attack the fly, but you miss, you didn't deal any damage, therefore you can't heal anything at all. Being made from the leftover mess from a mad doctor, Frankenstein's monster joins. 16 HP, 2 damage with a Frankenfright. And the first time it falls below 10 HP, its HP gets set back to that 10. Here, the Rusty Wizard deals 6 damage, putting it at 10 HP. They are on 10 HP. They can then attack. The Rusty Wizard attacks again, putting it on 4 HP. But because it fell below 10 HP, it gets set back to 10 HP. This means something like Kill Pill, putting at 20 damage, will hit him and put him at like negative 4 HP. But because he fell below 10 HP, he'll get set back to 10, and he can survive insane amounts of damage. Of course, Factory Reset will reset this ability, putting him back to full HP and gaining his ability, which is only 1 use. After losing its rider, the horse decides to do with what it had, and the horseless headsman comes to the game. 14 HP, 2 damage, and Nightmare Come True. Any direct damage only does half the damage, but indirect damage, along with any spell damage, will deal ×2 of what they deal. Against the Spy Gladiator, direct damage, 4 damage, that's only going to do 2, because it's half the damage. However, something like a Minotaur hit, if the Minotaur hits the Spy Gladiator, indirect damage will cause the horseless headsman to take 2 damage. Same with Cupid. If Cupid's primary shot hits this card, secondary shot is indirect damage. More indirect damage is remote explosive blowing up, wick blowing up, volcano, and outlaw cactus's spike ability. spells that do damage, hand that feeds, gambler's dream, poison, blazing protection. When you hit it, you get hit back. They all do double damage, but direct damage only does half. Rising from his royal grave, the King of Ghouls enters the arena. 6 HP with 0 damage royal possession. Any card that you land a hit on will join your side, but at the end of your next go, you give it back to them. So, in this situation, against the Goblin Boxer, you'll hit him, and you'll join your side. Your opponent then gets 2 moves. They could play and attack along with a spell, maybe. And it's your go, you get to play and attack, and at the end of that go, the Goblin Boxer will go back to them. Now, it's as long as you hit it. So against the fly, you have to hit it and land the hit to have the fly join your side. Anything can join your side. If they have some silly tree, you could hit the tree, make the tree join your side, and protect your cards. If a remote explosive is about to go off, you could hit the remote explosive to make it join your side and blow up their cards. Grown from a spell-infused corrupt pumpkin patch and taught by the creators of the Cushion Blow, Pumpkin Knight joins the battlefield. With 6 HP, 4 damage with its CD slash. If damage towards this card is at least 2 damage, then it will block 2 damage. Looking at it, the Apple Worm deals 3 damage, so it would hit him and only deal 1 damage because 2 of it gets blocked. Now, the second turn, it would hit it again, and 2 damage would be blocked again, so it only deals 1 damage in 2 turns. Unless the Apple Worm decides to charge the attack, saving 3 damage for its next turn. Its next turn, it will then do 6 damage, and only 2 of that will be blocked, so it deals 4 damage, which is double what it does when it doesn't charge. This encourages charging. Now, Lord of Goblins does 1 damage. That's not 2, so it will just deal the 1 damage without anything being blocked. Outlaw Cactus's ability makes it so anytime it gets hit, it deals 2 damage back. So the Pumpkin Knight can hit the cactus without taking any damage because it blocks 2 damage. Same with the Potion of Snakes, which deals 2 damage at the end of every turn. So you could play it on the Pumpkin Knight and nothing would happen. After a strike of bad luck and a horrible doctor, Light Skeleton joins the battle. 7 HP, 3 damage, Rib Tickler. Any damage dealt towards this card will also be dealt to the attacker. In a scenario against the Spy Gladiator, Spy Gladiator does 4 damage Light Skeleton. They take the damage, but it's also reflected back to the Spy Gladiator, meaning they will also take 4 damage. And this stacks, so if they had the kill pill dealing 20 damage, it would kill Light Skeleton, but the damage would still be reflected back to the Gladiator. This also goes for things like Outlaw Cactus and Blazing Protection. If Light Skeleton was to hit these, take the 3 damage would also be dealt to the Spy Gladiator. Now, interestingly, the Frog Wizard, who makes them lose damage, if they were to hit Light Skeleton, all their attacks would do -1 damage. That includes any reflecting attacks. So next time they attack, the 4 damage would be reflected, -1, so they'd only reflect 3 damage back to the Frog Wizard when they attack. The last card coming in this update is the Broken Mirror. The last spell coming in this update. You'll place it on any card. The last attack that hit it will be reflected as if you performed it. Can we look at this? Lord of Goblins. Now against the Ice Witch, it will hit the card, freezing it and dealing 3 damage. The Broken Mirror will mirror this, as if I had my own Ice Witch and froze the Ice Witch. This goes for any card. If it was the Frog Wizard attacking me -1 damage, if I was to mirror that, it would be like I had a Frog Wizard and I hit the Frog Wizard. It will always be directed to whoever attacked it. Now, against the Minotaur, if the Minotaur hit me with their ram attack and I mirrored it, it would be as if I had a Minotaur and I would hit all of their cards. Meaning I would deal 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to all of their cards. Same for Cupid. If Cupid hit me with the Ricochet and I mirrored it, I would be hitting Cupid along with another card of my choice. If Remote Explosive blows up and I was surviving that, then I mirrored it, it would be as if I dealt 6 damage to all of their cards. Same with Wick blowing up. They would play the Thunderstorm on one of their cards to affect my cards. Even if it doesn't hit the fly, I can mirror the attack as if I had a Thunderstorm and hit every single one of their cards, even though for me, it only hit 2 of my cards. And that's because the attack hits all opposing cards. And I'm afraid that is all for this NOG talk. Tell me in the comments below which card you think is going to be the best one of this update. And leave any ideas for new cards for the next update in the comments below. In the meantime, have a very spooky Halloween.